Hello again, Roy.RealEstate Realtor here with Coldwell Banker Legacy in San Angelo. Today I want to talk to you about lowball offers. A lot of times people get into a situation, they see a house that's listed for whatever, $200,000 say, and they want to come in and make a real low offer. Say, well, let's offer them $180 and see if we get it. And I just want to explain when that may or may not be a good idea, because there are times when it is a good idea. So basically it goes back to what we talked about before, is what is this piece of property to you? Okay, is this an investment property that you don't have any emotional connection to it? It doesn't matter that much if you buy it or not. You only want to buy it if you're getting a good deal. In that case, making a lowball offer can be a good idea. If this is a house that you're looking at for you and your family to live in, and it's a real good fit, and it's priced appropriately, in that situation, a lowball offer can be a really bad thing. So think about it a little bit. As you're going in to make an offer on it, again, if it's an investment property, you don't care what they think. You're going to make an offer of what it's worth to you, and it's really a moot point. If you may be below market price. It's still a time to listen to the thing. I'll pull some numbers for you. We'll look at comparable values as much as we can. But then, if it's an investment property, it's take it or leave it. You don't care that much. So go ahead, make a lowball offer. But if it's a property you're looking at for your home, and this is the one that fits, you've made a list of needs, we've sat down and gone over them, we've looked at multiple properties, and you know that this house, this home, is a good fit for your family, and the house is appropriately priced. So if you assume both those two things first before you make this offer, then this is a situation you really don't want to make a lowball offer. A couple of reasons why. One is, first off, our market here is fairly active right now, fairly tight. So if you go in and make a lowball offer, you may find someone else comes in and makes a legitimate offer, and you would have gone up that high later. So don't start at 180 thinking you'll work your way up to 200. If the house is priced at 200 and it's appropriately priced, which again, I'll help you make that decision, then what you want to do is offer, 195 or something like that. Our average selling price in San Angelo market right now is somewhere between 97 and 98% of asking price. So you want to be pretty close. You're not probably going to get something that's drastically overpriced. If it is overpriced, sometimes you say, well, we'll throw an offer at them and see what they do. And that's okay if it's overpriced. Honestly, if they've overpriced it, they've probably either got bad advice from their agent, or they are in a situation where financially they need to sell it at this, they think it's worth this, and they may be wrong, and they're not very likely to take the offer anyway. So if it's a property you're purchasing for a home and it's overpriced, usually the best thing to do is, usually, unless you just really fall in love with the property, the house, usually the best thing to do is just go on down the road and find one that's appropriately priced and make an appropriate offer. Because what can happen is, if you make a lowball offer, there's going to be a time delay. You're going to be negotiating for a week, or in certain situations, you offend the people so much with your first offer, which they shouldn't be offended, true, but people are people, and so it happens. So they get bothered by it, and sometimes they won't even hardly negotiate with you. Whereas, again, it's priced at 200. If you'd offered 195, y'all would have been able to work something out, and you'd have bought it at 196 or 197 or whatever the number is, or you got the closing cost you wanted, or some of the other items that you were able to negotiate. But if you come in and offer them 180, they just blow you off. A lot of times they won't even counter offer or anything. And so you can really set yourself back. And again, it depends on the nature of a property too. As we've talked about, comparables are a whole lot easier if it's a more generic home in a generic location or neighborhood. If it's an oddball property, it's a little harder to know exactly what it's worth for me and for anybody. So you're going to have to be a little different in the way you handle those. But again, there's nothing wrong with making an offer that you're willing to pay that's substantially below what they're asking for it. But just realize, if this is important to you, this property fits your needs, it fits your budget, that's not the time to go in and make those lowball offers. That's the time to come in with a good offer that's reasonably close, depending on the terms, to an appropriate price for that property, whatever that appropriate price is. So anyway, that's just a way to think about it. You're generally not going to get offers accepted if you're making lowball offers anyway. So it's generally a waste of time for everybody involved, and you've gotten emotionally involved in the process because we like this house, we want to make an offer on it, and it's probably not going to go anywhere. You've kind of stop things before they even really get started. So Again, there are situations where it's appropriate to do it, but as a general rule, those lowball offers they're not what fits our market, at least in today's market. And there's other days and other markets or other uses that, hey, it's okay to make a lowball offer. You get it, you don't care, you walk down the road. The question to ask is, how much is it going to bother you if you don't get this property? If it's going to bother you a lot if you don't get this property, don't make a lowball offer. Make a legitimate market priced offer and see what happens. So again, there's no perfect answer to any of this, just kind of a way to think about it and how to help your chances of getting a house that meets your needs. So any more questions, give me a call. Roy.RealEstate, 325-268-0775. Thank you.